Hello, so I am back again with another video. In this video I will just continue the painting that I started, better said the initial sketch that I did. It's been a couple of days, maybe a week or so since I did the initial sketch, and I actually wanted to do it a bit earlier or at the beginning of the week, but filming it takes some time. This will be the third part in which I do the first block and layer with color. I am really excited, actually, really excited, because I haven't painted in so long now and I just want to do so badly, and especially it's the first stage, and I usually enjoy the first stage almost the most, because I can make a lot of progress in a really short amount of time, and that just always feels good. So I'm gonna do that, and yeah, let's see how it's gonna turn out. Woo! Samiha. Okay, so this is how the canvas is looking as I left it last time. I did the initial sketch with charcoal, and I've realized really fast that the charcoal was really bad option, because it was smudging and not really making me be able to do the fine lines. For example, the eyes, it's really smudged. I sprayed it with fixative so it dries, and right now it's fully dry. There is still some coming off, but that's totally fine because I'm gonna paint over it either way and it will not show in the last layer. And to be honest, I hope it shows the initial lines at the end of the painting, it shows a bit, because I think it will be. And to be honest, I hope it shows kind of the initial lines with the graphite and charcoal at the end of the painting, because I feel it has a really nice touch to see the different layers. So right now I need to start the first block in with raw umber and turpentine. Turpentine is a little medium that artists use when working with oil paint. It's usually there for to thin the paint, and a lot of paint artists use turpentine and raw umber for the first stage of the color, block in the shadow and light, and turpentine makes the drying time of the oil or oil paint much faster. So I also do that. By the way, I want to show you something really cool I got yesterday. I got this little thingy, this little table yesterday while I was cycling back home, and I just saw a dump outside of our street. At the end of it, people left a lot of stuff that they weren't going to use. I caught this little table. It's really nice because I can put it up, and then I can also move it. It's the perfect size to put my colors on, and my wood panel on that I use for color. And then I can put my colors here. I'm not gonna actually spread my stuff on this table. I think this is gonna be my main table for now. I'm gonna use burnt umber instead of raw umber, because the raw umber that I have is from Tom Holland or Old Holland, and it's really expensive. This one is much cheaper. It's from Winsor & Newton, and I don't want to use this one for the block and stage, so I'm gonna just use the Winsor & Newton. Okay, so I got my apron on, my headphones, and the other camera set up. I still feel crazy. To be honest, I don't know if I will ever be at the point in which I don't feel crazy when I look like this, but this is the vibe, as I've said in the last video. I'm gonna start with the initial blocking now, and yeah, let's see how it's gonna be like. Okay, here we go. Whenever I start the first stage, I try to go with a really big brush, and I think this size is nice for the initial stage. So I just go into the turpentine and then close it because the smell is really strong, and just mix some burnt umber with the turpentine And now as you can see, the solution is really thin. Okay, so I have the picture now. I put it in black and white because it kind of makes it easier to see the values. I can see right away, I mean, the hair is of course black. So it's really rough. I just need to like put the colors in really rough way. I cannot speak anymore. I can see the whole size of this part is kind of in the dark. So like this. In the last video, I'm gonna try to make it a bit less curly. Okay, so looking at it right now, I think it's really nice for the first stage. I think I like the likeness of Khaled really well. I think the shapes and everything is kind of nice for now. Hair is a bit too messy, like the hair is kind of a lot of mess. But that's because I use only the same solution for every darkness and light. So of course it's gonna be a bit weird because all of the darks are only one color. So I'm gonna now try and darken my solution. I'm gonna still use the same brush because I just wanna do the hair. And the nice thing is like you can now see that the solution is kind of darker, and I can like now start do the darker areas with the same color. Erase it, and I'm just gonna like make it a bit not so voluminous. Okay, I think for now it looks nice. I'm gonna put my headphones now and I'm gonna switch to the other camera. Try to get it in an hour or so without like talking so I can focus on it a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna most likely do a time lapse. So let's get it. Okay, so I decided to do a little voiceover while I paint in the background. I haven't done this in so long, so if I sound weird, it's because I haven't done this in so long and also because I am sick. But that's to the side. I mixed my solution, I made it a bit darker and just went over the whole painting and focused on the little areas. And now I started to sing a bit. Forever face to face, my city on mountain. What a beautiful voice. I took a smaller brush and went into the features of the face. As you can see, I just like did shadows and different tones. In love, for love and money, I think she knew. Yeah, I was feeling myself a lot while painting and just love to sing. Now a close-up of me painting. I think it's always really fun to do the first stage because it's really forgiving, like because I can erase anything if I don't like it, and even if I don't erase it, it doesn't even matter because I will paint over it either way during the next stages. So I think it's really fun and freeing to paint in the first stages. I went over to Khalid's face and started to do the same that I did to Payal. Just trying to figure out the values and which places are darker, which are lighter. Now here I found it really difficult to paint with such a big brush, especially the eyes and the really small details that surround the mouth and the jaw. But at last I was happy with the results. Okay, so I am done with the block and stage. I am really happy with the way it turned out. I think there are a couple of mistakes. One of them is how small Khalid's face is. he kind of has a bigger head in the picture, and I, for some reason, did it a bit smaller. Or maybe it's because of the amount of hair I gave Payal. It made her look bigger than what she initially is in the picture. But all in all, I am really happy with the way it turned out. I think I captured the likeness for this stage pretty well, and also dialed in the different tones, like the different values, which, to be honest, made me happy because I was a bit worried. This stage is always a bit of a struggle, so I am really happy that I got it correctly at this stage, so it saves me trouble in the upcoming stages and layers. So yeah, I will most likely continue working on this the next days, and I will start the grisaille phase. The grisaille phase will be the next one. For this stage I used burnt umber with turpentine, and the grisaille stage I will use raw umber and titanium white, which will make the values even clearer and like more smooth. So let's see how it's gonna turn out. For now, I will leave you guys. Salut!